Good day, boys and girls. I'm Beatrice MacDonald from the Lions Club of Castries. I'll be reading you three short passages which deals with life in general. I know right now a lot of changes taking place for you, around you, and about you, and you may have feelings of fear. But you shouldn't be afraid of change. You should try to understand change, and for you to understand change, you need to speak about it. So speak about what is happening with your family. Speak with your moms and your dad. Speak with your older brother. Speak with your teacher about the change that is taking place. And this will help you to better understand it and cope with everything that is happening around you. But in spite of that, you need to understand it and be resilient. Resilient means that you need to be strong so that you can face what is going on in you and that you can continue to have a normal life at school. So let us begin the first passage, building your home. An elderly carpenter was ready to retire. He told his employer contractor of his plans to leave the house building business, to live a more leisurely life with his wife, and enjoy his extended family. He would miss the paycheck each week, but he wanted to retire. They could get by. The contractor was sorry to see a good worker go and asked if he could build just one more house as a personal favor. The carpenter said yes, but over time it was easy to see that his heart was not in his work. He resorted to shoddy workmanship and used inferior materials. It was an unfortunate way to end his dedicated career. When the carpenter finished his work, the employer came to inspect the house. Then he handed the front door key to the carpenter and said, "This is your house, my gift to you." The carpenter was shocked. What a shame! If he only knew he was building his own house, he would have done it so differently. So it is with us. We build our lives a day at a time, often putting less than our best into the building. Then, with a shock, we realize we have to live in the house we have built. If we could do it over, we would do it more differently. But you cannot go back. You are the carpenter, and every day you hammer a nail, place a board, or erect a wall. Someone once said, life is a do-it-yourself project. Your attitude and the choices you make today help build the house you will live in tomorrow. Therefore, build wisely. So, boys and girls, what this is saying to us, whatever the circumstances that we are in, whatever place we find ourselves in this story or this journey called life, we need to do our best, always give our best, and always display an attitude of being our best and giving out the best, not trying to hide or give shoddy work because we feel that we do not want to be part of something, but we should always do our best. And I'm going to leave two questions for you for this story. How would you describe the actions of the carpenter? And what kind of attitude do you think will make you better men and women? If you display the attitude, what kind of attitude would you display that would help you in your journey as you go along in life? For the next story, it is called the next passage, The Seasons of Life. There was a man who had 4 sons. He wanted his sons to learn not to judge things too quickly. So he sent them each on a quest in turn to go and look at a pear tree that was a great distance away. The first son went in the winter, the second in the spring, the third in the summer, and the youngest in the fall. When they had all gone and come back, he called them together to describe what they had seen. The first son said that the tree was ugly, bent, and twisted. The second son said no, it was covered with green buds and full of promise. The third son disagreed. He said it was laden with blossom and smelled so sweet and looked so beautiful. It was the most graceful thing he had ever seen. The last son disagreed with all of them. He said it was ripe and drooping with fruit and full of life and fulfillment. The man then explained to his sons that they were all right because they had each seen but one season in the tree's life. He told them that you cannot judge a tree or a person by only one season, and that the essence of who they are and the pleasure, joy, and love that come from that life can only be measured at the end when all the seasons are up. If you give up when it is winter, you will miss the promise of your spring, the beauty of your summer, and the fulfillment of your fall. Therefore, do not judge a life by one difficult season. Do not let the pain of one season destroy the joy of the rest of your life. End of the second passage. So, boys and girls, we're talking about judging and seasons in life. Right now, you're going through a season. No matter how difficult it is, no matter how you feel, do not make life unhappy for you. Do not think that this little season in your life will make school uninteresting, will make school boring. Make it interesting. Put your all into it and look at it from a different season. Think of the times when you were sitting with all your friends and you could run about and play. That is one season in school. Now you are remotely away and you can only contact your teacher via internet, via video conferencing. This is another season. Embrace it and enjoy it. Let us read another passage. Our value. A well-known speaker started his seminar by holding up a $20 bill in the room of 200. He asked, "Who would like this $20 bill?" The hands started going up. He said, "I'm going to give this $20 bill to one of you, but first let me do this." He proceeded to crumple the dollar bill up. He then asked, "Who still wants it?" Still hands were up in the air. "Well," he said, "what if I do this?" He dropped it on the ground and started to grind it in the floor with his shoes. He picked it up, now all crumbled and dirty. "Now, who still wants it?" Still hands went into the air. My friends, you have all learned a very valuable lesson. No matter what I did to this money, you still wanted it because it did not decrease the value. It was still worth $20. Many times in our lives, we are dropped, crumbled, and grounded in the dirt. But the decisions we make and the circumstances that come our way makes us uncomfortable. We feel as though we are worthless. But no matter what has happened or what will happen, you will never lose your value. You are special. Don't ever forget that. So, boys and girls, what I want you to take from this passage is the importance of value. No matter where you are now, no matter how you get your instructions, no matter if it's through video conferencing, through Zoom meetings with your teacher, the value of the education that you get is the same. It is the same as if you were sitting in the classroom and speaking face to face with your teacher. It is the same as if you were sitting next to your friend Jane or your little friend Peter. So I want you to take from this short message that whatever you do, whatever the circumstances are, no matter how you feel crumpled, you are still valuable, and your teaching, your school, your work, in whatever form that you get it right now, it is still valuable. It is a little change for you, but it is still value. It is just as valuable as if you were in the classroom with your teacher. So, boys and girls, I want you to think seriously about it. It is a very difficult time for all of us in St. Lucia and all the children all over the world, but I want you to be positive, have faith, be strong, and you will make it. We will all make it through. And just remember, boys and girls, that there are things that we should follow and do. Assist our older brothers and sisters, assist our parents, and remind them that we have to follow all the protocols that are being set by the Ministry of Health, and we will all get through this together. I want to thank you, boys and girls, for being with me in this short time. Bye.